and Jindra. Sorry, I popped you in on the Guardian there. This is what to play next. We are doing Ultima VII, Forge of Virtue. So, video game break time. I don't do too much screen time in a day. I am actually fairly balanced, but today was going to be a recording day during my break time, so I'm super excited. Right before we logged out last time, we had just gotten the soul cage in place, and all we had to do was wait for Horrence to fall asleep, which was awesome. Then he did, and we had the world's longest quest to get the mayor to jump into the soul well and destroy it, because an act of complete sacrifice would. It was unfortunate, because it was really annoying and kind of needless. You had to go and talk to every single villager, which I had basically already done because I'm fairly comprehensive the first time through. So I wound up, like, hitting the repeater there. So rather than go through the whole thing again, I just decided to brief you, which took all of, 30 seconds, on every single villager's in the town of Sacrifice, no less, saying no, they couldn't, sacrifice their undying soul to save everyone, and then now we have wreckage instead of a well of souls, and they've all been freed. Yay! The peasants rejoiced. So, we're going to move on with our lives here, and we are going to check and see what's going on. So we have a whole bunch of disruptions with magic, and Elizabeth and Abraham are all over the place. You physically cannot track these people down. So what we're going to do is bounce to New Magentia, I think is where Mariah is. We want to go see the conservatory. I know where it is, so not super concerned. There will be a big sign outside of it. Harpies, man. Oh, hi, Shimino. I love it when I click on a character instead of looting a dead body. I was thinking of you the whole time, Shimino. There we go. I don't think any of my characters needs a bag or anything like that. I parked my carpet somewhere around here, and did that tree puke? Oh, I think that's sap. So I have a flying magical carpet, which makes the whole game way easier. You don't have to wait for the moon gate to come up. The moon gates aren't even working. And you don't have to solve the puzzle of the Wrath guy. Charon, whatever his name is. I'm trying to find Mordra's house. I'm parked right outside of her house, and I cannot seem to locate it, so. There's the blacksmith. I could use a little food. My people complain so much to me. Do you even work? Did you work for that food? Alright, so let's see. East of here is Charon. I was hoping I'd get his scythe, that he would be the one to hop in the well. Kind of vaguely remembered that didn't happen though, so. It is what it is. Him I was happy to ask. There's the graveyard. Where the heck is Mistress Mordra? How did I manage to get lost in a town this size? Okay. Well, let's assume that maybe, okay, so this is her house. There we go. Here's her explodey potion. I could use a little food. I know, and I could use my magic carpet. I would have sworn I parked right outside her house, but I don't remember the standing stones or 5,000 harpies every time I wanted to do anything. Anything, friend. Anytime I want to do anything, the harpies show up. Wow, I just nabbed that. I still have the music box. Jenna, do you have my provisions? Who's my vittler? I'm in need of victuals. It's vital for my success that I have these. Continue vittling around until I find them. Hope that didn't disrupt my Bluetooth thing. I did finally... I have a magic axe and no one's using it? Heck no. There's Spark. Oh, he's got a heater shield is why. He's got a spiked shield. These guys are both, like, maxed on there. Oh, he has next to nothing. He needs boots, he needs some sort of a hood. He doesn't have my provisions. I thought he did. Who the heck has my provisions? I am stocked up for food, I just cannot find it. This is so bad. Here's all my reagents. Do you have a bag, ILO? I'm going with no. Seriously. You must, I was gonna say, you must have my food. I've been looking everywhere. Looking everywhere for the carpet, looking everywhere for the food. This is the most exciting installment of the series yet. Then who do we have left? Spark, you're little. Have this. Have this too. No thank thee. Already? Wow. Well, don't go complaining later. I can't believe I don't have boots for Spark. If you leave people behind, sometimes their stuff doesn't really pop back up quite so well. So I couldn't park there. Where on earth did I park then? It's to the west. There it is. Walked right past it like 6 times. So. All aboard, guys. Come on. Chop chop. We're not sitting down. We are suddenly disgruntled with this. So we're just gonna head due west. This is the plan. So. Alright. And then hopefully this is it. It's either this or we're heading south of Minnock. But it's a big old island, so I have a map. Oh, it shows me on the map. That's handy. Yeah, so we're in the right place. I think as soon as you have a sextant, it shows you on the map. If not, we'll check out, Serpent's Hold is here, but there's some sort of, bad guy place, or not bad guy place, altar of virtues or something like that right there. So we'll park by the, I do not believe we can land here safely. Well, you believe incorrectly, Shimino. I was off by like a pixel with your precision. Alright, so that moon gate is kind of jumpy, but still extant, so. We'll start out south of the island and kind of work our way up. I like to be methodical. So there's the docks. What is this? Brahmers of Britannia. Some almanacs. It's nice of them. Brahmers Flora. Deer, fox, etc. Reapers. Don't fear the Reaper, friend. It's just a tree. Alright. Trainer. Maybe I have enough experience to actually do something. Oh, he's asleep. Must be here early in the morning. I don't really pay attention to the time it is. Especially now when I'm on haunted islands, I get sidetracked. What's this way? This is back to the right. Okay, so that's where the moon gate was. I can't fast travel when enemies are near. I don't feel like anything is in the cornfield, although it would be mildly hilarious. Be their sort of joke. There's 2 guys out there scything away. Look upon a man with an unhappy look in his face. What's your name, friend? I'm Cubold of Moonglow. City occupies the entire island now, including Lyceum. Most of the residents still live south. We're due east of Britain proper. Zelda, the clerk of the Lyceum, would be the best person to talk to about Moonglow's residence. Or the bartender, although I do not know his name. Note the observatory head in the Lyceum had her twins, but I have never met either one of them. I do know that thou dost not want to talk to Rankin or Balena at the Fellowship. They are ill news for a once pleasant city. Spits on the ground. A bane to Britannia is what the Fellowship is. They have some odd philosophy that teaches you forget who thou art and follow them. I call them the Friends Club. Friend, come here, friend. Thanks, Friends Club. Thanks for what you did to the world, Friends Club. Process is dehumanizing, and I think it meshes poorly with the 8 virtues. Not only that, but their leader was here in Moonglow and has persuaded Tolmac to join. The the founding virtues of the Fellowship are unfortunately basically that you never work hard enough, although they don't phrase it that way. That everyone is literally equal, so no matter how hard you try, you never get ahead. And that you have to always forgive, so nobody, like literally nobody ever does anything wrong as long as they're a Fellowship member. That's why I just call it the Friends Club. I'm a farmer, milady. I manage my farm with the help of Tolmac, my friend, and Moores, our family friend. Tolmac is my younger brother. Need I say more? I'm a little concerned about him, though. I'm used to his rebellious behavior, but recently he's joined the Fellowship. That frightens me. They frighten me. Tried to get him to come to his senses, but he's too busy enjoying making me order to listen. Also, he's trying to get Morris to join. I wish I could get him to reconsider. These people are either really for it or anti. It's basically like a gang. It's a suburban gang. Fortunately, Tolmac will not listen to me. However, he begins to smile hopefully. He might just listen to thee, milady. Perhaps thou couldst talk him into reconverting. I'd be very much appreciate that. Perhaps thou could also ask Morris not to join. My brother and I have known Morris for most of our lives. He's very friendly when he's not too busy worrying about his stutter. Unfortunately, he listens to Tolmac too often. Hugo looks down at the ground, shaking his head sadly. He started when he was 5 years old. He and my brother were wrestling in the back of a wagon driven by his parents. He had a bumpy fellow that landed on his head ever since he hath had his stutter. He looks back up at you. The odd thing is, neither he nor Tolmac remembers the accident. Or at least Tolmac doth not. I cannot convince Morris to talk about it. I'll ask him. Oops, hold on. Nope, help my brother tend our farm. Yes, we talked. We did this. Oh no, that's Cubal. Okay, so that was the other guy. They look so alike, it's strange. It's almost like they're cut from the same mold. I'm called Tolmac, milady. Rankin or Belana? I don't know why I keep doing that. Would be the best ones to ask, milady, but I cannot tell thee our main tenets. We believe strongly in neorealism, which is a form of optimistic outlook which may be reached through the triad of inner strength. I'm hoping soon I'll be able to hear the voice that comes with meetings with one higher potential. So they follow the dictates of somebody that has a naturally anonymous identity from a naturally anonymous place. They become political and they commit crime. So, like, awesome. Also, milady, the Fellowship sponsors many feasts and festivals. I strongly recommend that thou ask Rankin about joining. They do charity, but only for members. I mean, even the Catholics don't do that, and they're pretty hardcore. Reconvert, why would I want to do that? Did my brother request this? He's always had a problem with letting me make my own decisions. Nay, milady, I will not abandon my beliefs. The Fellowship has done too much for my life. Since they're the only ones on the receiving end of the charity, basically, they're redistributing wealth centrally, and the members have to donate as well. I live for energy drinks. Gaming day is energy drink day. I don't like to do too much of anything. Not exactly a teetotaler or anything, but I drink a lot of coffee and that's about it. And I have like a way of measuring it out just so that I can drink about as much as I want to and not OD on caffeine. Oh, let's see, is that again an F? Friendly, K-N-A, friendly knave. It's interesting how that came to mean the and sign. There are a couple of characters that showed up in different places or in different countries. I just kind of wonder about that. What art thou doing here? Talking to you. Well, hello, Sir Dupre. Thanks for all I trust. Greetings, fair Fiercy. Thank thee, things are well. Seaman gives you a friendly smile. And Fiercy at thy service. Gives you a short bow. The bartender here in Moonglow. That wants to know about someone in the town? Ask the right person. I know all about the residents of Moonglow. I'd be happy to tell thee about any of the shopkeepers, scholars, or farmers who live here. Or art thou interested in the trainer, healer, mage, or fellowship leaders? Carolyn is a tailor. She minds the bar when he goes to fellowship meetings, but he'd rather discuss Zelda. I could tell thee about Brian, Nelson, Zelda, and Jillian. Or art thou interested in the trainer, healer, mage, or fellowship leaders? Carolyn is a tailor. She minds the bar when he goes to fellowship meetings, but he'd rather discuss Zelda. I could tell thee about Brian, Nelson, Zelda, and Jillian. That was wonder too. All I know is that every time someone mentions Brienne's name to Zelda, her serious expression changes to a smile. Find out what their story is, and I'll give thee and thy friends a free meal and drink. You can find Brienne at the Observatory and Zelda at the Lyceum. He's Brienne's twin brother. Wonderful scholar, very nice woman, married to Ephraim. Friendly fellow, and I like him. Mariah's very nice. Mariah's here. I'll have to go talk to her. Remember, tell them thou didst eat at the friendly knave. I learned everything I need to know about marketing down south. They're just the friendliest people. And yes, I'm sure you could do praise an alcoholic. Met him on a tour of bars. He's just rocking out. Okay, so this is going to be the Lyceum. Green cheese, that's awesome. Oh, interesting. So I can observe water from here. I imagine it's for experiments, but... Did I just walk upstairs randomly? I did. Plenty of books. Then there was Karen. In the pages of this tome are words that relate to the story of how one man's life was changed by a woman, both during their relationship and afterwards. Tale is bittersweet, but both survived to become happier people with better outlooks on their lives. It's different. What is this? I want to play with it. No one leaves. These are all short stories. I'm gonna give up. What's up here? Color me curious. Oh, this is... They can observe down onto it. Interesting. And this goes to all of nowhere because the drawbridge is up. I also, you know, I have a drawbridge installed in between my twin properties, so it is what it is. Outpost. Invaluable reading for all soldiers. This manual details the tactics and strategies of siege warfare. Point of view of the defender. So, there's nobody here that I can see. They're not going to tell me anything. It's kind of a dud for me. This is a no for me. Oh, this connects to the telescope. Oh, Shimino, really? Again? Telescope. I'm going to use the telescope. How do I use the telescope? Oh, this is apparently how you use the telescope. Oh, I bet you that I can use this. Hold on. I bet you that I can get across that drawbridge. Let's try it out. Let's get into the secret castle, friend. I love some of the phrases that I've heard from different YouTubers and whatnot, or just used my whole life sarcastically with my brothers. But I love talking to my fans. If you have any interest in gaming, if you have any interest in talking about any of this with me, you know, always feel free to comment or tweet. I will not do direct messaging on Facebook, and I prefer tweeting externally on Twitter, although I do DM there, as long as it's, you know, just back and forth for links especially, because I found that links just work better through direct messaging. Thank you. So if you do have something that you have to link to me, like a game or whatever, absolutely direct message me. But aside from that, I do prefer to keep literally everything public. Simply because it's safer. Ladies, protect yourself. But that doesn't mean that you can't have a social life online. I would definitely recommend it. And I love talking to you guys about the games and whatnot. So, what is this? So we're observing, this is, I mean, obviously it's a planetarium, but, it's like highly guarded. Orrery Pass. There's the sun. At least as they perceive it. Some sort of alchemic experiment. They can forge here. Huh. Okay. Let's see what else we can find out. And then there's a mini one right here. Small orrery. Can I take that? I'm trying to remember how this goes. Let's go wake up our friend. Come here, friend. Oh, he is awake. Okay, and then I have another crystal ball here. Wait, what are we looking at? Can we look around? No? It's on a fixed point. Somebody else who made their bed. That's who it is, friend. Somebody else who made their bed. Green cheese, a kite. See a scholarly-looking man with friendly expression. They may just call me Brian. Brian? Brian? I'm the head of the observatory here in Moonglow, he says proudly. This is where the telescope is kept. Have it upstairs, of course. Thou art welcome to use it as often as thou wishest. In fact, I also have an orrery. Should so desire to see that as well. It's a model of all the planets in our solar system, including the 2 moons of Britannia. The orrery moves to match the actual current orbits of our real system. I'm very excited for shortly a very rare event will occur. It's gonna be good. I'm referring to what we in the business call the astronomical alignment. The planets and the moons will align up perfectly, something that happens only once every 800 years. I love living here in Moonglow. I very much like the people here. Hast thou spoken with my twin Nelson? He heads the Lyceum, or Elad. I'm sure thou knowest the mage Penumbra. Thou hast not heard? Why, 200 years ago she put herself to sleep. Poor Elad sometimes joins me at night to view the heavens. He's been trying to leave Moonglow for many years. He likes the island, but is filled with wanderlust. I do not see him as often as I would like, for we are so heavily involved in our work. He will be easy to recognize should thou see him, for people tell us we look identical. I do not, of course, see it, for not only was he born with the brains, but also the handsome face. Before thou dost depart, let me show thee a few of my trinkets. Here is my representation of one of the moons that orbits Britannia. Taking it, you quickly realize it's made up entirely of green cheese. I carved it myself, he said, as you return it to him. Solid gold sextant has been passed on to each and every individual who has ever held a position at the observatory in Moonglow. It is more than 200 years old. This, presenting a collection of crystals that seem to be attached in some indeterminable fashion, is an orrery viewer. Permits one to see mine orrery here from anywhere in Britannia. He seems thoughtful. I know thou cannot stay around here to see the alignment. Would thou like to have this to view mine orrery and better predict the planet's position? Still need one more crystal to finish it. If thou wouldst visit the tavern, thou mightst find one of the merchants or travelers who sometimes provides me with crystals. If thou canst find another crystal, I'll be able to give thee the completed orrery viewer. Well, clearly I need this. He shows you the kite. I need this myself by reading one of the books in my brother's library. Bye. Bye, my lady. Alright, so I can look at the orrery from anywhere if I go and get a crystal, which seems handy, because the astrological event is important. Oh, look, they carved the shrubberies. Moonglow. Okay. So we're in town proper now. It's a similar bed, but not the same. Somebody's a fellowship member. They seem to be loaded. We tend to find... I don't really do anything with it, but we tend to find a lot of money in their stuff. Oh hey, are you the talking fox? See a fox standing on his hind legs, staring directly at you. My name is Frank, devout follower of honesty. He makes a slight bow. And who wouldst thou be? It's good thou didst tell me. One should always be honest when one's dealing with others. By the way, thy voice crackles too much. Aye, he says, I'm on a quest for honesty. He sniffs the air and turns to you. By the by, thou mightest have more friends if thou didst bathe a little more often. Speaking of thy friends, I have heard thy friend companion Dupré is a drunken sot. Hey, I don't think. Yes, from what I've been told, that Dupré has no will when confronted by a tanker of, well, anything. Oh dear. Apparently my Bluetooth transfer is working. As a matter of fact, thou hast fairly poor taste in companions overall. I'm glad thou didst ask, milady. Thy friend Iolo charges far too much for his bows. Perhaps thou could have a chat with him. Too much? What dost thou mean, too much? His bows and crossbows just aren't the kind of quality that's worth the kind of gold that he charges. He takes a step back. Gads, thy breath could gag an ox. Thou should consider taking better care of thy teeth, or thy fellows will leave thee. That is the reason for thine offensive mouth odor. I have not seen anything yellow since the time thy fellow Shimino ran from battle in fear. Shimino ran? I bet you Foxy ran. Or somebody who named Foxy. This Foxy's something else. He's too clever for me. Thou must be mad, Shimino turns to you. This rogue needs to be taught a lesson. Thy friend Shimino, the wolf, has quite a bellicose temper. You would be too if you were lied to this often by someone who claims to be Foxy. And he pauses, peering very closely at your face. I never noticed how large thy nose is. 'Tis amazing thou canst find enough air to breathe. My nose? Truly quite large, not in the least bit attractive. It could be worse. I could have a strong jaw. Or I could be a blonde. Oh wait, I am a blonde. Yes, bellicose, warlike, angry. If thou dost know that, I believe thou needest to improve thy vocabulary. Thou art unschooled. That's really just unlikely. Trust me, milady, thou art too ignorant to argue with me. Oh, this is too much. Yes, take a bath. I must inform thee thou dost truly stink. That's how I tan, so thank you very much. I bathe quite frequently. Thou hast the manners of a pig. 'Tis not polite to break conversation so abruptly. The hypocrisy! I love it. When honesty masquerades as... when hypocrisy masquerades as honesty. That's just the best. See your old friend Mariah. Surely thou dost recognize thy old companion Mariah. Yes, dost thou recognize me? She pauses, glaring at you. But who art thou, and where are my pastries? I have a very important job I do. My are not those shelves lovely, so neat and orderly? She looks back at you. Be careful, the inkwells are full, and the quills so sharp. She giggles. Not they're the neatest, most orderly, well-kept shelves thou hast seen. Do an excellent job maintaining them. Yes, they do, but I only sell. Okay, so she'll sell me reagents and spells. They're always so full and ready for use. They are so good about keeping them filled and clean. I only sell, okay. Oh yes, they are quite sharp, always when one needs to scribe a missive. They really do an excellent job having many ready at a moment's notice. Certainly come back anytime and buy, so all the mages are going completely insane. See a woman who meets your gaze with an icy stare. I'm Zelda. I want to make a meme out of it so bad. I'm the advisor at the Lyceum. Lyceum is a building in which thou stand. It's a great library designed to house a wealth of knowledge. Though the structure has changed a bit over the past 200 years, the essence of learning has not. Yes, she says, my job is to manage and regulate the events in the Lyceum, and provide assistance when people here in Moonglow need it. Little time for this. No, only the Lyceum had in his twin Brienne as well. I'm going to change his name like every time. Trainer also studies here in Lyceum. Well, the trainer does this interesting. They must up intelligence, which only makes sense because this is where the mages are from. I don't really need my intelligence to go up anymore because Sentry does that, so I'll have to find somewhere with dexterity. Maybe I can train in you. She looks up at the ceiling as if reading from an invisible overhead list. Thou dost already know about Penumbra. Mariah is here. If thou wishest to know about the member of the fellowship, ask the clerk there. Otherwise, she eyes you coldly, let me return to my duties. As an afterthought, she adds, keep your voice down. People are trying to read. Why does she waste my time in this manner? Looking back at you, she says, Penumbra is the sage who put herself to sleep 2 centuries ago. Rumor has it that only the Avatar can awaken her. Guess I better go find her then. Nelson is very competent, although a little eccentric. I do wish he'd refrain from showing off his collection of trinkets to everyone who enters the building. It always makes such a commotion. Her chilly expression melts away. Brienne, she says, smiling, is very open-minded and quite idealistic. He knows the heavens quite well. She looks up to emphasize heavens. I find it very attractive. I do not know how to convey my intentions. She turns away slyly. Unless perchance, milady, wilt aid me, she asks hopefully, wilt thou agree to tell him for me? Sure. Thank thee, milady, thank thee. She blushes. For the kindness I will give thee a white potion I found once while straightening the basement. You don't know what an invisibility potion is? Samurai used to be an adept mage, but all I see is a woman who wanders around complimenting the furniture. You may speak to her if thou wishes, but I doubt she'll make sense to thee. Do not disorganize the shelves while looking for her. Jillian is very well behaved, but also quite tidy. I believe she's an excellent scholar. Though we're going to seek her out, try not to overturn any shelves. Some new books have just arrived, and I have not finished placing all of them. They arrived not long ago, including a recently rediscovered copy of Di Maria and Spector's work, The Avatar's Adventures. If thou canst avoid creating too much of a disturbance, I recommend it to thee. If I tell thee the last thing, will depart so I may return to my job? Sure. Discover the tome in the lower depths of the basement. We have no way to account for the accuracy of the contents, but I've noticed many parallels between the events in the work and the events in Britannia's recent history. The book is a copy of the Avatar's diary, written about 200 years ago during her most recent visit to Britannia. Of course, she smells sardonically. It's been annotated by others. It was recently published to give the general public more courage and confidence. Now goodbye. Alright, so I need a crystal. I need, to go tell Brian that what's-her-butt's hot for him. I think I mostly wanted to hear about, weird, the intentions of, wait, okay, so you're Nelson. The Lyceum head here at Moonglow, but my assistant Zelda does most of the work. Excellent assistant. Lyceum's never been better. A little too stern. He thinks she's beautiful. Does he not agree? Flush whenever her fair presence passes. But I fear she does not share a mutual attractive. She's far too serious for me to feel comfortable with the proposal. Oh well, she was not truly important anyways. That's good to know. She put an extraordinary amount of time and effort into ensuring activities that something or other happen smoothly, and she takes it personally when they do not. Love the island and the people, mostly the people. So I met my twin brother. He heads the observatory here, and somewhere in the Lyceum thou canst find Mariah. Sadly, she is not well up here. Jillian the sage also studies here in the Lyceum. A good person to see about other residents of Moonglow would be the bartender at the Friendly Knave. Fierce knows almost everyone here on the island, and thou must not forget the legend of Penumbra. Just 200 years ago she cast herself into a deep slumber. Now that I think about it, the wolf, thou art the one she predicted would awaken her. Better hasten, lady. Interestingly enough, no one has ever discovered how to enter her house. I believe those mysterious signs on the door require one to have specific items to place next to the plaques. Okay, so I have a puzzle. I mayest have free reign of the building. Bookmark. I knew someday it would be stolen. I should have known better than to show it to every person who comes to visit. Quill holder is gone. Matching scroll opener. Oh well. Zelda must have put it back on the shelf. It's because we're outside, bro, but thank you for playing. So there's this mysterious mage that I have to go find as well, which to me is more interesting than somebody's love interest, but who am I? Who am I, friend? So let's go see if I can find said mage's house. Imagine it's quite remote. It's probably the trainer. Let's walk around in big circles until we do. They have the old writing. Oh, Jesus, Mary, and Joseph. H something. I don't remember what that one is. Healer. That's EA. That's what that is. Alright. Going down for real. Aw, can you turn into green cheese for me? They're just food golems. They're harmless. Because what if you need food, friend? What if your weary traveler butt needs food? What then? There's only ever like one of them, or two. Never run into as many as 8. 8 being the magic number for the Avatar. Or maybe 4 and 4. 3's not too bad, but... So I found out about her feelings. I could get a free meal and a drink, but I don't know. Not really feeling it. It's a little bit frustrating. I actually cannot find this chick's house. Let me explore around the island and we will return to it. Ugh, the Fellowship. This is actually a pretty small island to have lost a wizard on it. So I am interested to know, this is what to play next. We find everything that is awesome in gaming. Oh, here she is. Oh, let's see. How does this go again? H-A-M-M. Hammer. Here to enter. So I need to go get a hammer. That's an axe that he's toting around, but Hammer. Let's see, there was a hammer back intrinsic, so I can always... It's going to be quite the ordeal. I'll fly back out there and get it. It's going to be interesting. So, like I said, we'll cut it here. I'm going to have to go fly around the realm and get various and sundry objects, and then we'll talk to Penumbra and see what's so important that she went to sleep for 200 years. So, I am Ginger. This is what to play next. We find everything is awesome gaming. This is one of the best RPGs of all time. It is Ultima VII, The Black Gate, immediately followed by Serpent Isle. So we're playing all the way through. It's one of the few games that we're doing a full playthrough that's not seriously heavy on storyline. It's much more questing. So hopefully you're enjoying it. We love having you along for the ride. Smash the subscribe button and we'll see you in the next video. As always, much love.